say a few words about Yaacov Moshe before the actual Siyum. So, looking around the room, I'm sure everyone here is aware of the fact that Yaacov Moshe learns a lot, which is really primarily what we're celebrating today, his Siyum on Shas Mishnayos. But there's another aspect of him which I wanted to highlight, which I think is a very, very powerful, very important thing. And that is, I don't know from the students here or the staff here if they ever observed a lot of noise coming out of our classroom. We might have disrupted people in the library, and perhaps we should apologize for that. I think the people in the class will be so aware of that. So if you might have heard some yelling or just louder voices, I see Mrs. Doman looking at me, disrupted testing. Yeah, she could hear it in her office over there. And that's with the doors closed. So the reason is because when a person studies Torah, it's not just academic knowledge, it's not just information, it's much more than that. There's an emotional aspect to it. It's much more about our life than just information. Like the Gemara says that when people study Torah, they become enemies of each other, and then when they leave, when they're done, they become people who love each other. Because when a person is studying Torah, they have to be invested in it. They have to invest in it passionately. And Yaacov Moshe is a person who exemplifies that. In class, I remember Avram once saying to me that he got fired up because Yaacov Moshe and I were yelling at each other about something, and it got him involved. And that's what studying Torah is. It's not just information. It's much more than information. So I think that's something that's very important. That's when a person has that passion for the study of Torah, when they have the appreciation of that it's not just information that they are filling their minds with. It's something that they're filling their heart and their soul with. Then that is something that they can take them very far in the study of Torah. I just wanted to just add, just very briefly, that for a person to make an accomplishment like this at Yaacov Moshe's age is something which is really a product of their family. That I know how important studying Torah is to his mother. That she from the beginning of the year, I heard about it, how important it was to her. I said to John the other day, I was like, "Oh, you're going to be there?" And he was insulted that I asked him if he was going to be at the Siyum. So I know how important this is, and I'm sure if his father was here today, that it would be something that he'd be very proud of. That it was something that he valued, and would mean a lot to him. And the truth is that Yaacov Moshe, something which is a tremendous act of kibbutz rabbeim that he does every year, is he comes to the kol every year and he makes a siyum on his father's yahrzeit. When a person passes away, they can't do anything for themselves anymore. They can't do any mitzvahs anymore. And all that we can do for them is we do things in their merit. And, and every year, as you can see, it has a very big impact on me. This was not planned. So, every year Yaacov Moshe comes to the kol, and his mother always comes, and he makes a siyum on his father's yahrzeit, and it's a tremendous act of kibbutz rabbeim, and which is a very big deal. It should not be underestimated. So, anyway, without further ado, introduce Yaacov Moshe to the main show.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zuckman, and everyone here for coming. I'll tell you a little story. So, it's winter break in 10th grade, and we went on a family trip with the Steinbergs to Wisconsin. And it was COVID, but there wasn't really a lot of people in the hotel. Kind of just hung out there, went snow tubing, whatever. One of the things I started doing, I was talking to someone, and he was like, "Yeah, you should learn Mishnayos. Mishnayos is important to learn." So I was like, "Okay." I learned here and there, but never made a big deal of it. So I started. That was when I started Bracha. So it was winter of 10th grade. And by that summer, I finished Seder Zerayim, and that winter I finished Moed. I made a siyum at NZSY Shabbaton, winter, last year, 11th grade. That same Shabbos, Noah Ziv was speaking at Ebbing, and he mentioned that he had finished Shas Mishnayos by his graduation. So I was like, I already did a third of it, and I was like, maybe I could do it. So I looked into it, and I calculated that if I did a parak a day, I would finish close to graduation. I think at one point there was 10, maybe I had 10 days to miss a parak a day. At one point. It gets smaller, bigger, you make up for it. However, I ended up finishing on Tuesday. What this has taught me is a little bit about consistency. There's an argument in the beginning of the Yaacov that Tanaim and Amoraim are discussing what's the most important pasuk in the Torah. So you would think, hey, Shema Yisrael, Shem Elokim, Kadosh, 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 but no. I think it's Rabbi Kiva who says, pasuk about the carbon tamid. As akaves achat taseh laboker, as akaves hasheni taseh ben arbaim. Every single day, twice a day, in the Beis Hamikdash and in the Mishkan, they would bring a carbon tamid. Every single day of the year, no matter what. That's what it's about. Achievements in life come from small things. It's not just about hitting the home run, but when we won on a walk-up bunt 3 weeks ago. It's not about the big things, it's about the small things. The biggest part of any relationship is the small things, what you do for them, because it says so much more about you. It's not just about the big things. You surprise them with it's not about a big breakfast or a big present. It's about the love and care that you show for another person. And that's what it does. Everyone here too can do it. Set yourself a goal, small thing every single day. In the morning, in the afternoon, whatever it is. Nothing crazy, nothing special. In the end, you see that it pays off. Those little things that we do for other people bring lots of peace into this world. We show others that we care about them and we love them. It creates better relationships. It creates a better environment for all of us. I'd like to thank my mother, Jonathan, my grandparents, everyone who came out here today, friends, family, Columbus Community College, Columbus Star Academy, for putting their work into me and doing the little things. If I remember when I first learned with him, he used to bring candy every single time. Little things that made a big difference. And, that brings more shalom into this world. So segue, the last Mishnah in Taharos, and it says, Amar Reb Shimon Chalafta, L'matzah kadosh baruch hu kli masik bracha l'Yisrael el hashalom. Hashem did not find a better vessel to hold bracha, all the good things in our life, except for peace. So you can have things, you can have the big things, you can have a big home run, but if you're down 5-1, it's not a big home run that's going to win the game. It's 5 singles that's going to win the game. So the best thing is with peace. The little things that go into our lives and bring peace into this world. Shneimar, as the pasuk says, Adonai oz l'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech es amo shalom. Hashem gives strength to His nation. Hashem blesses His nation with peace. Hadron al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Hadron Chalandaitan al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Daitan Chalan Nisha Seminach Shisha Sidra Mishav, Shisha Neminan, Muhammad Dain, Muhammad Deasi, Hadron al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Hadron Chalandaitan al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Daitan Chalan Nisha Seminach Shisha Sidra Mishav, Shisha Neminan, Muhammad Dain, Muhammad Deasi, Hadron al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Hadron Chalandaitan al Shisha Sidra Mishav, Daitan Chalan Nisha Seminach Shisha Sidra Mishav, Shisha Neminan, Muhammad Dain, Muhammad Deasi, Harabnad, and Elheno Stibris are us, with Fino His Apple, so Mina Kolon, Napa Setseno to say Apple, so Kolon Yodesh Mechav, Lemdis or Sechel, Shmabi, Oivat, made Mitzvah, Kilam, Leave me some little Kachaman Levash, the Oilam, the Eshkach, Pikudach, Givam, Chis, and Burkh, Atad, Dinoy. I'm daily Kukacha, Amen, Salavat. Why the Benachel of Necha, Noel, Hedway, the Sinish, Santa, Can Yosh, Base of Legislum, Yosh, Kronish, Anu Mashkim, Him Mashkim, Anu Mashkim, the Retara, Him Mashkim, Verbatim, Anu Mail, Him Anu Mail, the Kapum Sachar, Him Mail, in Kapum Sachar, Anu Ratzim, the Hiratzim, Anu Ratzim, the Chai, Olam Abba, in Ratzim, Vershachas, Never Bata, Him Taridu, Vershachas, and Shidamu, Mimel Yachsu, Mime, and Yatachbach, your son of Necha, Nel Hai. Hashem Shazartan and Simon says, Shisa, Sidri Mishnah, Kintazvin, Lahaskal, Sadarim, Mispar Machir, Mitzam, Lumad, Rulamid, Lishmar, Glasis, who comes with the Visameter, Sakab Yahava, Skuska, Tanoim, Vitamid Chachamim, and it's Garm Bashisa, Sidri Mishnah, Tamid Liazari. So Thomas Atari P, Bizari, Azar Zari, Adalam, Kuyam Bim. His Alechtacha, Tanchaisach, Bashachach, Tishmar Alecha, Akisais, Hitasichacha, Kivi, Yurvi Mecha, Yosib Lecha, Sharischaim, Archiam Bimina, Yismala, Ashbekhavet, Anay, Ozam, Yitain, Anay, Verse, Shalom. Yiskadal, Yiskadash, Merabah. The Almighty is the Almighty to the famous Ayla Saki Yasin Khayla Mabib, the carpet Jerusalem, Shafla, Kolu, Galam, Mabib, the Krami, Allah, Salam, Khani, Ishmael, Last, the Yamla, Butcher, Mikare, the Khayfa, the Garmicha, the Khayfa is Bagalav, is Bankare, the Shabbat, Misbar, Mishnah, Mishnasei, Isadar, Misalev, Misalosh, Vidgushav, Richu, Love, Mikasam, Shirasa, Tishmasam, Nechbasa, Dami Ram Dilma, Ruame, Israel, Maraban, Maltamidain, Malkotamida, Tamidin, Malkomanda, Oski, Burgas, Astra, David, Khalasar, Bazar, Ilahi, Lukhan, Shtavar, Abachin, the Khist, Rachmin, the Khainari, the Vizayan, the Rekan, Good, Ishmael, Ram, Ruame, Ishmael, Ram, Ishmael, the Khainlin, Makosam, Ruame. I said, Shamir, I said, Shamir, I said, Shamir,
Hashem